In this video, we'll take a look at 10 new glitches found in Super Mario Maker 2, going from fully breaking a Wiggler to using the tongue with a red Yoshi. Let's take a look. The first glitch is a result of the infamous black hole glitch. It allows us to place down more than 1,000 Lakitus, which is way higher than the game's intended entity limit. This will make some very strange things possible. Here's how to do it. First make the black hole, then spawn in a Lakitu and delete it again. Now place another one on the black hole and undo twice. This does some weird stuff and gives you a seemingly empty cloud. Once it's touched, the Lakitu appears again. After that, we copy the left Lakitu and remove its cloud and the right Lakitu. Now it's important to go to the sub area, where the last Lakitu will be located at the same coordinates. Here, we can copy him around 1,000 times to break the game. So now, 1,000 Lakitus are stacked on top of each other and it makes the game lag very hard. So for your sanity, I'll speed it all up. A very weird but also quite cool result of this glitch is the fact that the red Yoshi, who normally spits fireballs, can now use his tongue like a green Yoshi. This is because there are way too many entities to be able to spawn in a fireball, so I guess the game defaults to the tongue instead. But there is more. With 2 players, the red Yoshi can now tongue Luigi. If we then return to the area without the Lakitus, the red Yoshi goes back to being able to spit fire. But Luigi is still in his mouth, so what happens? Yoshi will actually spit fire and Luigi gets lost. Luckily, we can resurrect him by killing the Yoshi. I'm sorry Yoshi, but it's for science. The moment Yoshi dies, Luigi returns but will be completely invisible. He can do everything he normally would be able to do, which looks a bit strange. He can pick up Mario, but Mario can also pick up Luigi, which makes it seem like he's holding nothing. Some more funny invisible things are swinging in a claw, flying around in the clown car, and hitting a checkpoint. Luigi keeps his power-up state when he becomes invisible too. Here's a possible result of that, where Propeller Luigi has picked up Mario and is flying around with him. Luigi can also become visible again by picking up power-ups. Let's take a look at some more outcomes of this glitch. If Mario jumps out of a boot or dry bone shell, they will just disappear out of existence. Fireballs, arrows and super balls will not spawn in. The animations will still play though, which looks a bit silly. The same goes for Link's bombs or when SMB2 Mario tries to pull a snowball out of the ground. Sadly, this glitch cannot be saved. Let's move on to the next one. Mario Maker 2 added slopes to the game which are awesome, but also extremely buggy. Normally it's impossible to overlap 2 slopes like this. The slope you're dragging will just be reset to its previous position. Using the black hole glitch once again, we can actually make the impossible possible and overlap items which normally cannot be overlapped, including slopes. If we drag the slopes behind the thwomp and overlap them, they won't get reset anymore. If we now drag both slopes, it creates a very pointy top which looks cool and strange at the same time. Mario can of course also interact with it, but that doesn't seem to trigger any glitchy behavior. So, that's how we create pointy slopes. Nice. Boom Boom is one of the easiest bosses to defeat in Mario Maker 2, so let's instead break his behavior and turn him into Michael Jackson. A simple setup like this is already enough to do so. If we press start, the Mad Lad will run towards Mario and do some spring bounces too. After his last bounce, he will start running backwards all of a sudden. This behavior seems to be the result of Boom Boom bouncing off the spring while simultaneously turning around and damaging Mario. If he encounters a wall, he'll just get stuck, making him an even easier target. He'll even go on until he walks off screen. He can also be freed from this state by simply damaging him, but that's way less fun. The next glitch makes it possible to separate a Wiggler's segments in the editor and it's quite simple to replicate. First we place a Wiggler inside a claw. Then we replace that Wiggler with a Hammer Bro and give it a mushroom. After that we start and stop the scene and undo twice. Now we only have to remove the Sledge Bro and the Wiggler should be in a glitch state. The only thing left to do now is place the Wiggler at a spot somewhere on the right, place the Hammer Bro in the claw again and then undo one more time. This will make the Wiggler return back to the claw, but in this unusual way. All the segments get separated but still return to their original spot. If we actually start the level now, only the head will start inside the claw, with the rest of the segments also racing over. After that, it all goes back to normal. If you've played Mario Maker 2 a lot, you know it's impossible to enter a pipe next to a slope like in this situation. Now if you place a power right here, it looks like it should definitely be possible to enter the pipe, but it still does not work. Weirdly enough, whenever the POW gets activated in this spot, it becomes possible to enter the pipe. Let's try it with a thwomp. Yep, that's some pretty weird coding right there. A Buzzy Shelmet shot from a launcher can be ridden by Mario. With a small setup though, the Shelmet can be grounded, meaning it gets stuck on the ground. The contraption makes the launcher shoot a shellmet, after which it gets hit by a spring that spawns from this brick block. Here it is in slow motion. It is quite weird seeing the shell rotate around while it's not even moving. And it can still be stood on too. This glitch can also be done with the spiny shellmet and the dry bone shell. For that last one, the grounded state can be broken by entering the shell. The next glitch makes Thwomp sus. Just like the previous glitch, we use a setup which makes Thwomp grounded. This will make him look suspicious permanently, and he won't be able to attack you anymore. That's pretty strange, although in Mario Maker terms, it's just another small glitch. It works with the sideways Thwomps, but it can also be done with the normal variants using the exact same setup. Let's quickly have a look at the sus Thwomp in all the classic styles. I don't know about you guys, but it looks pretty sussy to me. Next is a very small glitch which has to do with animations. Normally, when Mario finishes a stage by grabbing the flagpole, he gets into this animation. The same goes for this animation when the level is finished while riding a Yoshi. But with some precision, it's possible to bypass that Yoshi animation. We simply have to place a Yoshi next to the flagpole around this position. Then, Mario needs to jump on him and hit the flagpole at the same time. This will not make them go into the flagpole animation, instead they'll just stand still until they do the front flip. The next glitch also requires a Yoshi. With this setup, we'll be able to make a POW block invisible. As Yoshi, we enter the left door and exit the right one. As we exit, we get pushed into a mushroom which makes us grow. When that happens, we have to tongue a winged POW which simultaneously gets hit by the Thwomp. This actually creates a Pow Blast, but Yoshi also has an invisible POW in his mouth now. The POW is still winged once puked out and can be stood on as well. Looks like a fun ride. However, it cannot be ground pounded for some reason. Maybe because the blast already went off before. For the last glitch, we'll take a look at some janky hidden block setups. In this first example, the hidden block holds a spring, which gets activated at just the right time to make the 1-up stuck in place. It can also be done with other power-ups. For the next example, the hidden block holds a spring again. Once the spring pops out, it will get partially stuck inside the block like this. Luckily, it can still be taken from that position. Don't forget to check out Psychro's Discord server for more Mario Maker 2 oddities. Also make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.